Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebartogo.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today we have a special show from the ABV Barrel Shop Tasting Bar, where we're going to be trying Jack Daniel's new distillery series, the Straight Tennessee Whiskey, finished in Anejo tequila barrels. My name is Steve Akeley. I'm joined by Cop Brennan. What's going on, Cop Brennan?
Not a whole lot. Just been up here trying some whiskey and get to try this new Jack Daniel's product. I'm pretty excited about it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So tell us a little bit about, let's hear, because we know your dad. Your dad's Cop Chris,
Yep.
If anybody in the audience forgets that. He's been on the show several times.
Just a couple.
Yep. So if anybody has forgot about that, what was your dad's whiskey journey? Was he drinking whiskey when you were a kid, or was he a beer drinker at that time? What did he do?
He kind of was a mixture of both. He's always kind of been a beer drinker, and then there was a little bit of whiskey here and there, and his starter was Jack Daniel's Black Label. So
really?
Anything he would drink would be Jack Daniel's Black Label, and he would have that in Coke or whatever, or sometimes straight, and then he kind of graduated a gentleman Jack, became a gentleman, as you would say.
Yep.
And then from there, it kind of just kept growing. He'd pick up a few bottles here and there at Schnucks that he would try.
Right.
And then it's kind of just grown into a whole thing now where he has a whole collection, comes up here, gets all kinds of stuff now.
So your dad has an awesome outside bar, because you're by the pool, and he's working on the inside bar, though, right? That's not like done yet or anything, right?
No, so I'm the reason the inside bar is not done yet at the moment.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they have a really nice outside bar. Whole backyard is all Margaritavilled out because we have the whole theme
when you're
going back there.
A pool bar, that's the theme you want.
That's the theme. So the inside bar will eventually get started. Probably once I move out, they're gonna have a whole downstairs bar, and it's where he's gonna put all his new whiskey stuff, and then they're gonna redo the whole basement to be that. So you can still go inside and drink during the winter if you need to.
Okay.
And have parties and all that fun stuff. So yeah.
That's cool. And what does he have, like a theme for his bar, or is he gonna put like collectibles in there to kind of give it a bar feel, or is it just gonna be just the basement bar?
At the moment, as far as I know, it's probably just going to be a basement bar, but I'm sure he'll think of something. Like, we'll have a bunch of signs down there and stuff, probably some tins and whatever else from distilleries and whatever else he wants to have. So it'll probably end up being a whiskey-themed bar if I had to guess. Okay. So
all right. So your dad has a pretty big collection at this point. He's certainly into the whiskey. Does he drink beer still, or is
he still drinks beer. That's his kind of like casual drinker if he's out working in the yard or something like that. It's a little difficult to drink whiskey sometimes if you're working out in the heat. It's a little heavy. So that's a little drink out there, but if he's sitting down, he'll have a whiskey or two.
How does your whiskey journey start? Do you get into that just because that's what your dad was drinking, and then realize you have a liking for it yourself, or how does that get going?
Pretty much, yeah. I'd say it probably started with my dad. He would have me try stuff here and there.
Right.
And at first, I was like, ugh, like it's very strong. I don't really like that very much. But as I kept trying more and more stuff, I kind of developed a palate for it.
Right.
And I've been able to pick up more on the notes of like a whiskey rather than just, oh, that tastes like ethanol. No, like there's a lot more to it. It's a lot more complex than something that just it's alcohol. It actually has flavor and everything like that. So I've kind of just picked up on that and really grown an appreciation for it as I've tried more and more of these whiskeys out there.
And you have an older sister who would, if she was here, she'd hang out with us and drink. She likes whiskey. She'd sit at the bar, but she's not a connoisseur in that. What we're getting ready to try here, we're going to sip and taste and get some nuance to it. She'd just shoot that thing, right?
Yeah, she would take that thing as a shot. Pretty much anytime you have her hand her a drink of whiskey, it just goes down as a shot. Like, we had an 18-year from Art of the Spirits for my graduation.
She did a shot for that?
Yes. It was a special event. I just graduated from the police academy. I graduated from college. We go back to my apartment. My dad has been waiting months to open up this bottle of 18-year Art of the Spirits. So we open it, he pours out some glasses and everything like that, and just gulp back like a shot.
Really?
Didn't have any appreciation for it, just gone like a shot.
Yeah, it's hard for me. And now I would in that example. So if I was part of the family, I'd be okay. I'd pour your sister into that because it's for a special event. But just sitting there like after that, if she's like, I want another one, so I'd be like, no, get something else.
Yeah.
Who's going to shoot it?
She grew up on Jack Daniels, so everything she would have was just, time to drink that like that.
Right.
So, yeah, and we had a special Jack Daniels barrel proof that she got because she's also in law enforcement. There was a special release of, like, women in law enforcement from Jack Daniels.
She got that?
A barrel proof, so she got that. It's like 130-something proof and just back like a shot.
Still doing shots with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any whiskey she gets, it's mostly just a shot. But
It's just a shot. Okay. What about, what's your mom think of this place? What I know she's not a whiskey fan herself, so what does she think of this place?
She sometimes comes up here and has fun.
Every once in a while, yeah.
So, yeah. She comes up here for some of the events and she'll have fun. She doesn't really drink the whiskey. She'll either give it to my dad or she'll take a sip and try it.
Okay.
So she's not a big whiskey girl.
But she likes this place.
She likes this place, yeah.
That's
She'll
good.
come up here and hang out and everything like that. She enjoys the company. Just maybe not so much the whiskey, but
Right.
we're working on it. We're working on it.
And you guys have good family friends where it's almost the reverse of your situation,
Yes.
where the husband isn't a whiskey drinker,
Yes.
but the wife is.
Yeah, so it's the reverse on the other part. So the wife is a big bourbon drinker. She'll come up here, drink anything like that, and we'll try everything. She tries to get all the different kinds of barrels of stuff, and she likes Blanton's, of course. But
Right.
so she
So she has like a whiskey collection.
Yeah, she has a
herself,
whiskey
too?
collection herself. She comes up here, gets all that stuff, and tries to get some of the unicorns, whatever else. And then her husband is a rum drinker and beer drinker, so he doesn't like the whiskey as much. He's just pretty much into rum and beer. So
Yeah. Well, there you go. There you go. All right. Well, what we're going to do next, we're going to take a break, but then when we come back, we're going to be trying this new product from Jack Daniels. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. We're also sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop focuses exclusively on barrel picks. It's the job of owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot to seek out distilleries that are making the best whiskey in the world, taste through their barrels, and select the ones that are off-profile in the best way possible. They have high standards and refuse to allow anything into their store other than something they would be proud to have their name on. This leads to some really awkward conversations with distilleries that can't make it, but they do it for you, their customers. Learn more about what is going on at their St. Louis-based store by heading over to abvbarrelshop.com. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com.
This is Willie C. Moore, and I'm here with MB Rowland, and you're listening to the Bourbon Kit Daily.
All right, everybody, welcome back. My name is Steve Akel. I'm here with Cop Brennan. We are at the ABV Barrel Shop Tasting Bar, getting ready to try this new product from Jack Daniels. And I've been excited about this. As soon as I heard about it, I didn't know I was going to be getting a media sample of this, but as soon as I heard about it, we started talking about it. I was like, this is something I'm interested in. It is Jack Daniels Tennessee whiskey, finished in Anejo tequila barrels. So, and who knows, those tequila barrels, they never used new barrels. Those could have been Jack Daniels barrels that were then used to age tequila. And highly likely, Jack Daniels produces so many barrels.
Oh, yeah.
I know that that is probably the case. So they're a big supplier for the tequila industry. So probably, very likely, it is Jack Daniels barrels. So let's see. A few facts here before we get started. It is 90 proof. This is a distillery release, though I understand if you're in Tennessee, it is available at a few stores there. So that's kind of interesting. But for sure, if you want to get this one, the best place to go is going to be to the distillery. So let's pick this thing up. We poured it during the break. Nose it. Oh yeah. Yes. You get some of the Jack Daniels, like the banana. I always get banana when I'm drinking Jack Daniels.
Very classic Jack Daniels nose, but
kind of getting that
you
there.
Can get that Anejo in there.
Get a little bit of that in there for sure. All right, let's give this a taste. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yowza, that's good, man.
That is fantastic.
Jeez, that is really
good.
That's like a layering. You get some of the banana in there. I get some peanut. You get a little bit tequila note. I mean, there's a ton going on there.
Very, very classic Jack Daniels palate, but that tequila note adds a lot to it. And that's fantastic.
It does. And, of course, any base product, anytime you're talking about one of the big guys in their base product, Jack Daniels Black, we're talking Old Number 7, it's going to be a little harsh around the edges because that's just what it is. You step up if you want something smoother to the Gentleman Jack, or then you get into the single barrels and all that. This thing it's smooth. It is really nice. And the 90 proof does it well. Obviously, regular JD Old Number 7's 80 proof. This 90 proof sticks with you a while.
Yeah, it sticks well for 90 proof.
Yeah, it really does. So this thing is good all around. This is a good sipping whiskey for sure.
Absolutely. I'll probably be going on to the store to get me a bottle of this. This is some good stuff.
Yes. I'm going to be heading there myself, so I'll have to see. If I can get, I don't know if there's rules, like you can only get one or something like that. I have no idea.
We'll have to see.
We'll have to see. But if I can get one for you, I will, my friend.
Absolutely. I'd appreciate that.
Very good stuff. All right. On that note, we're going to wrap this one up, as we always do, by talking about where people can find us. Cop Brennan, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can always find me up here at the ABV Tasting Bar. If you swing by, I'll always be happy to talk to you about whiskey, try a couple whiskeys with you. I'm always looking for new friends, so you can always find me up here.
Absolutely. For me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. We put our previous shows. We got our blog, so much more. abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us, the ABV Barrel Shop. At a minimum, we're in St. Louis, Missouri, but say you can't make it through here, at least sign up for our email and text distribution over at abvbarrelshop.com. There's a quick form right on the main page, and then you're in the know, and then when you are coming to town, you'll know exactly what we have in stock, what events we've got going on, all that kind of good stuff, and much, much more. You want to get involved with the show, please give us a 5-star review with comments. It helps new people find the show. And last but not least, head over to patreon.com/theABVNetwork and check out what we've got going on over there. So that'll do it for today. Tomorrow we'll have a brand new show for you. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya!
Peace.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some of the great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro is owned and operated by Russell Creed, who makes stills for the hobby distiller. He offers a one-stop shop for everything the at-home distiller needs. Whether it's a small, experimental stovetop still or something bigger you run outside, he has the still or parts you would have difficulty fabricating yourself if you were trying to build a DIY still project. Additionally, he has resources to assist in creating unique distilled spirits, including heirloom grains, barrels for aging, and recipes. Check out Russell's company online at moonshinestillpro.com. Finally, I have a question for you. Have you ever boxed a bear? Of course not. That'd be silly. Bears really don't follow the rules, so shots in the back of the head, punches to the nuts, and scrums after the bell would be the norm. A better idea would be to enjoy Boxing Bear Whiskey, a brand crafted by Nobleton's Distilling House in Union, Missouri, and sold exclusively at the ABV Barrel Shop in suburban St. Louis. This is a popular offering that sells out quickly, but when you're in town, stop by the ABV Barrel Shop and see if they have it in stock. Better yet, sign up for their email and text distribution over at abvbarrelshop.com and you'll know exactly when it is in stock. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.